Hi everybody, in this video we're going to talk about how to find the least common multiple of two numbers. So the least common multiple of two numbers is the smallest whole number that is a multiple of both numbers. So for example, if you were trying to find the least common multiple of 8 and 12, the least common multiple of these two numbers would be 24, because 24 is a multiple of both of the numbers, and it's the smallest number that is a multiple of both. So when you're finding the least common multiple, there's two different methods that you can use. The first method is the set intersection method, and the way that that one works is you basically just make a list of all of the multiples of each number. So if I make a set that contains the multiples of 8, I'm going to have 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, and this is actually an infinite set because it's going to go on forever. And so that's the set of multiples of 8. Then I could make a list of the multiples of 12. So I could say, okay, well, the multiples of 12 are 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, etc. And this set is also infinite because there's an infinite number of multiples of the number 12. And if we look at the intersection of these two sets, so let's say I call this set A and this is set B. If we look at the intersection of these two sets, we'll see what multiples these two numbers have in common. So A intersect B is going to equal the set that contains the number 24. It's also going to have the number 48 because B has a 48 in it. And if we continued this list here, the next number would be a 48. And there's actually an infinite number of multiples they have in common, and there is a pattern to it. But ultimately, we are interested in the least common multiple. So as soon as we find a multiple that they have in common, and it's the smallest one, that's going to be our answer for what the least common multiple is. And so this is how you would use the set intersection method to find that the least common multiple of 8 and 12 is the number 24. And then the second method that you can use to find the least common multiple is the prime factorization method. So with the prime factorization method, you're going to find the prime factorization of both numbers and then use those prime factors to find the least common multiple. So in this case, if we factor out 24, 24 is 4 times 6. 4 can be factored into 2 times 2, and 6 can be factored into 2 times 3. So the prime factorization of 24 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. And then the prime factorization of 36 is going to be 6 times 6. And neither one of those is prime, so we can break them up further, and we get 2 times 3 and 2 times 3. And so 36 is 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. And you can think about this as being 2 cubed times 3 because you have 3 2's multiplied together. And then you also can think of this one as being 2 squared times 3 squared. And the way that you find the least common multiple is you want to include all of the factors or all of the prime factors from both of the numbers, and you want to choose the one with the largest exponent. So for example, these ones both have a 2, but 2 cubed is in 24 and 2 squared is in 36. And so I'm going to use the one that has the largest exponent, and I'm going to write this as 2 cubed. Then they both have a 3 as well, but one of them is 3 to the first power and one of them is 3 squared. So I'm going to take the one with the largest exponent. And so this is the least common multiple of the two numbers, and I can calculate it out by saying, well, 2 cubed is the number 8, 3 squared is the number 9, and 8 times 9 equals 72, and so 72 is the least common multiple of 24 and 36. And if you were to do the set intersection method and list out the multiples of 24 and 36, the smallest one that they would have in common would be the number 72. And so that's how you use the prime factorization method. And in our future lessons, we'll be using the least common multiple idea to help us understand and help us find the common denominators that we will use when we add and subtract fractions together. So if you have any questions on this, let me know, and I hope you guys have a great day.